Flight camera 1.
Quick slant out. And another incomplete pass intended there to number 2, Jake Kenner.
Yeah, if you're the Eagles, you have to get up on this defensive play and force the quarterback to make an error.
Excellent. You got the ball in. Nicely done. 3-3. Go to 3.
By Bell. Bell breaks 2 tackles.
It's all you 3.
Bell's
Nicely
out.
done.
Oh, he should have stayed
Stay there. Keep following them back 3.
Next, we have number 8, senior Soso Enosike, escorted by his parents Rachel and Basil Enosike and siblings Kenny and Ike Enosike. Next, number 68, senior Taylor Berner, escorted by his parents Amy and Jim Berner and brothers Connor and Reed Berner. Number 32, senior Sam Bomberry, escorted by his parents Jane and Nathan Bomberry and brothers Alex and Evan Bomberry. Number 85, senior Jacob Brink, escorted by his parents Holly and Bill Brink and his brothers Ben and Alex Brink. Number 96, senior Riley Caponia, escorted by his parents Gretchen and Zach Caponia, brother Quincy Caponia, sister Mackenzie McNamara, brother-in-law Luke McNamara, and niece Millie McNamara. Number 1, senior Ross Kopic, escorted by his parents Heidi and Bruce Kopic and sisters Miriam and Stella Kopic. Number 88, senior Bryce Kogel, escorted by his parents Amy and Chuck Kogel and brothers Trace and Reese Kogel. Number 58, senior Sean Diulo, escorted by his mother Gail Corcoran and father Steve Diulo. Number 23, senior Nick Fote, escorted by his parents Tanya and Chris Fote and grandparents Tina and Alex Fote. Next, we have number 20, senior Talon Gruey, escorted by his parents Kira and Chet Gruey.
Can you see what I'm doing?
Number 51, senior Connor Hams, escorted by his mother Angie Hams. Number 4, senior Daniel Kamara, escorted by his mother Caitlin Robinson and Frank Bush. Number 2, senior Landon King, escorted by his parents Patsy and Travis King and brother Trey King. Number 22, senior Connor Miltonberger, escorted by his parents Karen and Tony Miltonberger and siblings Caleb and Shiloh Miltonberger. Number 78, senior Kyle Polk, escorted by his mother Tandy and grandparents Sharon and Wayne Hogan. Number 3, senior Reggie Powers III, escorted by his parents Reggie and Tricia Powers, Ivy and LeVar Glover, and siblings. Number 15, senior Laird Schultz, escorted by his parents Heather and Luke Schultz, and siblings Lauren and Declan. Number 30, senior Ben Seeley, escorted by his parents Jody and Brian Seeley and his brothers Brady and Beckham Seeley. Next is number 9, senior Lual Sear, escorted by his mother Mary Dang, father Batak Sear, sisters Tina and Dina, and brother Ball Sear. Number 44, senior Lucas Smith, escorted by his parents Nikki and Dan Smith and brother Nicholas Smith. Number 7, senior Evan Thompson, escorted by his parents Larissa and John Thompson and brother Ben Thompson. Number 12, senior Drake Wells, escorted by his parents Shauna and Baki Wells. Number 73, senior Matthew Wheatley, escorted by his parents Chanel and John Wheatley and sister Allison Wheatley. Next, we move on to our team managers. Senior Bryce Allen, escorted by his parents Courtney and Seth Allen. Senior Jacob Martin, escorted by his parents Sarah and Scott Martin and brother Sean Martin. Senior Christian Willits, escorted by his parents Denise and David Willits, brother Jason, and sister Kayla Willits. Now we move on to our trainers. Senior trainer Colin Griffin, escorted by his parents Teresa and Chad Griffin. Senior trainer Lacey Holdeman, escorted by her stepdad Michael Shooter, mom Ginny Shooter, and brother Logan Holdeman. Senior trainer Lily Juarez, escorted by her mother Amy Price, father Herman Juarez, and brother Easton Price. Senior trainer Allison Zart, escorted by her parents Amy and Craig Zart. We now move on to our cheerleaders. Senior cheerleader Brooklyn Ballard, escorted by her parents Aaron and John Ballard, grandparents Sue and Mike Ballard, and brother Braden Ballard. Senior cheerleader Danny Gaydosh, escorted by her parents Dawn and Andrew Gaydosh, and brother Drew Gaydosh. Senior cheerleader Hope Heilman, escorted by her parents Jill and John Heilman and sister Ellie Heilman. Senior cheerleader Kennedy Kidd, escorted by her parents Kendra and Jamie Kidd and brother Anderson Kidd. Senior cheerleader Ella Mikesell, escorted by her parents Melissa and Todd Mikesell and brothers Kyle Mikesell. Senior cheerleader Kendra Miner, escorted by her mother Ann Miner, sisters Jen Meyer and Liz Felder, brother-in-law Eric Fielder, niece Bella, and nephew Rocco.
Announcing this senior's senior class. Anna Barrett is escorted by parents Debbie and Brian Barrett. Anna is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Cecilia Bain is escorted by parents Tony and Rebecca Bain. Cecilia is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Kala Berger is escorted by parents Nick and Angie Berger. Kala is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Evelyn Bowler is escorted by parents Frank and Sydney Bowler. Evelyn is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Lauren Butel is escorted by parents Mark and Lisa Butel. Lauren is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Gunnar Carlson is escorted by parents Lindsay and David Carlson. Gunnar is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Anthony Kaup is escorted by parents Lindsay and Matthew Kaup. Anthony is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Patrick Cooper is escorted by April and James Gruber and Sarah and Sean Cooper. Patrick is a 3-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Carter Cutler is escorted by his mother and brother, Emily Cutler and Colin Cutler. Carter is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Danielle Dorsey is escorted by parents Liz and Don Dorsey. Danielle is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Madeline Foltz is escorted by parents Mary and Melvin Foltz. Madeline is a 3-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Evan Gross is escorted by parents Jeffrey Gross and Aaron Gross. Evan is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Mary Haley is escorted by parents Tony and Liz Haley. Mary is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Logan Halleck is escorted by parents Zach and Megan Halleck. Logan is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Riker Haskins is escorted by parents Dusty and Ryan Haskins. Riker is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Emily Hodges is escorted by parents Matthew and Anupa Hodges. Emily is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Kylie Howitt is escorted by parents Matt and Steph Howitt. Kylie is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Marco Ifanis is escorted by parents Jill and Angelo Ifanis. Marco is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Abby Rose Lynn is escorted by parents Ron and Charlene Lynn. Abby is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Andrew Martin is escorted by parents John and Meg Martin. Andrew is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Mackenzie Marvish is escorted by parents Mike and Robin Marvish. Mackenzie is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Benjamin Payton is escorted by parents David and Monica Payton. Benjamin is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Jenna Parrish is escorted by parents Matt and Lisa Parrish. Jenna is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Sierra Rupp is escorted by her mother, Naomi Rupp. Sierra is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Owen Rush is escorted by parents Toby Rush and Andrea Rush. Owen is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Megan Shell is escorted by parents Scott and Sally Shell. Megan is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. William Schnell is escorted by parents Susan and Stephen Schnell. William is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Rose Schultz is escorted by her father and grandparents, Jonathan Schultz and William and Karen Royce. Rose is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Bradley Sidwell is escorted by parents Kirk Sidwell and Lisa Sidwell. Bradley is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Emma Slide is escorted by parents James and Lucy Slide. Emma is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Rowan Spaulding is escorted by his mother, Emmeline Spaulding. Rowan is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Alina Sutphin is escorted by parents Eric and Cecilia Sutphin. Alina is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Aiden Thompson is escorted by parents Eric and Amy Thompson. Aiden is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Carson Warner is escorted by his mother and father, Barbara Stump and John Warner. Carson is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Andrew Wesky is escorted by parents John and Gina Wesky. Andrew is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Caitlin West is escorted by parents Phil and Kathy West. Caitlin is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. Sophia Witalis is escorted by parents Scott and Holly Witalis. Sophia is a 4-year member of the Centerville Jazz Band. These young adults have worked, practiced, and performed diligently during their high school years to promote the school spirit and to entertain the football crowds. They have represented our community and our school well. The band program is proud of these seniors and all that they have accomplished. Seniors, we thank you. Please stand for the Centerville High School alma mater.
Here they come on the field, your 2023 Centerville Elks.
Tonight is a special night here at Centerville Stadium, not just for our football teams and spirit team, but for everyone in attendance. If I could direct your attention to the north end zone, where both the Centerville and Fairmont Hope squads are coming onto the field side by side, with their arms originally locked together to symbolize the togetherness that these two programs share. Although we are rivals on the field and competitors for spirit team, we unite as one to prevent suicide and provide mental health support. Together, we are united as one to provide this support. Developed in 1985, the Spirit Team is a fundraising competition between Centerville High School and Fairmont High School held every fall. Over the past 38 years, Spirit Team has raised over $2.5 million for a variety of charities. We want to welcome the Fairmont student government who has selected 4 charities for this year's Spirit Team. Kettering Backpack Program, Breast Wishes Foundation for Love of Children, and Shoes for the Shoeless. Kettering Backpack Program helps us sustain students' nutritional needs over the weekends by discreetly providing over 600 students with a bag of food each Friday throughout the school year. 19 elementary and middle schools are served through this program. The Breast Wishes Foundation gives the gift of joy to women living with breast cancer by granting their wishes for spa days, dinner dates, new appliances and furniture, or even family vacations. For Love of Children is a 100% volunteer agency with the mission to serve over 6,000 children in the greater Dayton area who are neglected, abused, in foster care, or who are in need of community resources. Shoes for the Shoeless provides new, properly fitting gym shoes and socks to children in need. The Fairmont student government is led by student body president Bella Deppen and USK members. They are advised by Mrs. Corey Miller. A big thank you to all the class council advisors, Holly Campo, Katie Tallheimer, Amber Brewer, and Jenny Richardson. Lastly, we want to thank the Kettering community for their continued support of Spirit Team. The Centerville Student Council is led by President Lon Kachane, Vice President Ella Meixel, Business Manager Danny Ganosh, and Secretary Danielle Dorsey, and advised by Mr. Michael Dalton. The Elks will be donating their money this year to Diabetes Dayton and Close the Loop. Diabetes Gain is a local agency serving the Dayton area. Their programs include free education classes, a wellness series and cooking classes, emergency insulin and supply assistance, and camp for children with diabetes. They help those affected by this disease with what they need now in order to live healthy, productive lives every day. Close the Work will clothe, educate, and empower individuals to prepare them for employment success. They are working to be the leading workforce development resource for improving the professional image and lives of their clients. The Centerville High School Student Council would also like to recognize the winners of the annual Spirit Queen and Queen contest at CHS. Spirit Queen winners Leah Matthews and Maddie Turber raised over $12,880. And Spirit Queen winners Logan King, Ross Kopic, Seth Alejandrino, and Ben Hutchett raised over $2,735. We would also like to recognize juniors Olivia Voss, Avery Sarver, Kayla McCall Williams, and Lauren Jessup Aiken, who raised $9,784 as Spirit Princesses. Finally, a huge thank you to the students in the work lab for making an amazing new Spirit team for tonight's game. To Brandon Barrett, who organized and funded our taco dinner, and to all the Centerville students and community who helped out this fall. Final tallies this year. Centerville set a new school record, $86,866.83. Fairmont this year raised $104,722. Let's hear a big round of applause for both Centerville communities and the Kettering Fairmont communities for their gracious contributions to these programs. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a country with freedoms like no other. Please stand and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, performed by the Centerville Jazz Band. Thank you again, Centerville Jazz Band, and once again, a big congratulations to all of our seniors on and off the field for this season. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Centerville Athletic Department and the Greater Western Ohio Conference, we extend you a cordial welcome to Centerville Stadium, also known as the Black Hole, home of the best student section in the land, the Herd. Please keep in mind that Centerville High School and Fairmont Firebirds are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the rules and regulations as set forth by the association to maintain high standards of conduct and competition in relations with member schools.
These are high school athletes who are playing here tonight. They are friendly rivals of opposing teams. The ideals of good sportsmanship and friendly rivalry are a key component of interscholastic athletics. We ask that you as spectators conduct yourselves with the utmost integrity and only root positively for your team. If you choose to yell or scream inappropriate comments at the players, coaches, or the referees, you will be removed from the stadium. The officials assigned to tonight's game have the experience and integrity that qualifies them for this contest. These officials are referee Rich Fisher, back judge Timothy Bradshaw, umpire Kevin Fuller, line judge Brian Murphy, and linesman David Gross.
All right, hello and welcome inside Centerville Elks Stadium as we get ready for our Week 9 MVCC Game of the Week. As the 7-1 Centerville Elks are set to host the 4-4 Fairmont Firebirds here on senior night for the Elks. Jared Bergstrom joined by Andy Horton up in the booth, and Fairmont won the toss and elected to defer as they always do. And we just about ready for kickoff. So Andy, Centerville's going to get the ball first, and what is something we got to watch out for on the offensive side for the Elks?
And number 26.
Definitely one thing you got to look out for is the passing game of Drake Wells. He's been pretty efficient this season, leading 65% of his passes. Every once in a while they'll have someone else get back there and throw a pass, so you also got to be aware of the trick play. And then Daniel Camara, their leading rusher on the season with 86 attempts, averaging over 4 yards a carry. He's also someone you definitely got to keep an eye on.
As Max Gehring boots this one out of the back of the end zone, and Centerville will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So we're going to see the Elks, like you said, led by senior Drake Wells. But on the other side, we're going to see, is it Logan Wilkins, is who you were telling me, his sack leading for the Firebirds?
Yes, has 4.5 sacks on the season, 13.5 tackles for loss, along with, I believe he's a second leading tackler on the team just overall. He's had a spectacular season altogether. And then Daniel Seaton, the Firebirds' leading tackler with 57 tackles coming into tonight's game. Got to keep an eye out for him. Then also the two corners in Stevie Doty and Cameron Payne. Those guys are excellent athletes on the outside. Not only excellent athletes, but outstanding playmakers.
Wells is gonna, oh no, that was a handoff. It didn't look like Wells kept it the way he ran off.
There's Daniel Camara there on that carry. It's going to be 3rd down and 4.
So if you're the Firebirds defense, get a stop on their first opening drive. That'd be a huge momentum builder for the Firebirds.
2 wide receivers split out to each side.
Wells is going to keep this one. Wells going to tuck it, run up the middle, kind of use the ref as a blocker, I guess, and he will have enough for a 1st down.
No kinda, or I guess about it. He definitely, he saw the ref there. He took a quick turn to the right after he got around him. And that was a great move to use the official as an extra offensive player on that play.
Be a handoff to Camara again. About a gain of about 6 on the play. Or no, sorry, that was Parker Johnson.
Yeah, they use a 2-back system. I said Daniel Camara was their leading rusher, and when I said that, I meant in terms of attempts. He, like I said, came in with 86 tonight. He might be up to 90 by this point. But Parker Johnson leading them in rushing yards, over 6 a carry, 421 coming into tonight's game.
Got a little bit of a wildcat here. It's going to be an end around to the outside with...
That's Braylon Newcomb. Or excuse me, Reggie Powers.
Yeah. And that's going to be 3rd down, it looks like. DeGlow with the tackle. Or no, that's going to be enough for a 1st down. That was very close. That looked like his knee went down right about the same time. And now you see, don't really see that much. The receiver stayed out. Wells brought down. Where the ball came out, he might have got rid of that away.
Yeah, he definitely was able to get that thing away before he was brought down, but I don't know what was going on there. If he dropped back and without giving anything much time to develop, he decides to go and run, and the defender on the right-hand side, that might have been number 24, Logan Wilkins. I'm not 100% sure, but that may have been him. in there to get the quarterback to the ground.
Quick pass out here to number 5 of the Elks, Newcomb.
So that right there, Daniel Seaton, his first tackle of the night and his 58th on the season.
3rd and 7 here now for the Elks. Right around midfield at the 49. Wells gonna fake the handoff, looking downfield. There's a strike middle of the field, and it is hauled in.
That's the big tight end, number 86, Quincy Caponia. Caponia, the 3rd leading wide receiver coming into tonight's game. That is his 22nd catch of the season. Has 1 touchdown as well. Got extra men in the backfield this time.
Going to be a handoff.
To Parker.
And gets across the 40.
They're going to call him down at just inside the 40, actually. And I think that's kind of a conservative spot right there. I thought he got an extra yard almost before he came down.
.8:36 left here in the first quarter. Centerville on their first drive. Wells back to pass. Wells is going to check it down.
That's Montgomery.
Montgomery, and he has enough for a first down.
Out across the 30. And once again, they're going to actually call him right down at the 30. There's a nice route there. They ran a screen. He got his blockers out in front early. And then Montgomery, he had a bunch of room and some extra blockers out in the front, able to pick up the first down.
Now we're going to have an officials timeout. You saw there, Logan Wilkins checks off the field for the Firebirds. Maybe that wasn't Logan Wilkins. That might have actually been number 23, Dominic Jett.
Camara in motion.
Throws it to Camara. Kind of ran into his own defender, but then will be close to a first down. And I think he's going to be about a half a ball length short.
And yeah, Jared, right there, he runs into the back of Quincy Caponia. But Caponia did a nice job keeping the block. I believe that was Stevie Doty that he was blocking there. Hangs onto the block. Camara bounces off and able to pick up a couple extra yards.
Wells hands it off. That's first down run.
Parker Johnson out to the 15. This Elks offense looking very efficient and effective here in this first drive. They're slowly churning their way down the field.
A whole lot different than what Fairmont was able to do with Wayne last week. Wayne only took 15 seconds off their opening drive on the clock.
My goodness, that's quick.
It's going to be a handoff and a hit, a spin off into the backfield and turns nothing into something.
And these running backs for this Elk team, they're so good, they're so effective. They're tough to bring down. And you just look at Parker Johnson. I'm trying to find his weight on the sheet right now. It says 6'3", 115. What? Or 215? No, 6'3", 175. He looks a lot bigger than 175.
There's a handoff. Trying to get to the outside, gets down to the 10. They'll make it third down by Kamara. Let's see, tackled by DeGlow, make it about 3rd and 3 here for the Elks. Still on their first drive.
No, there we go. Okay, I was looking at the wrong line. 5'7", 200 pounds. That sounds a lot more like it.
3rd and 3 here for the Elks.
I got him and Jamar Montgomery mixed up.
Wells back to pass, gonna lob it to the end zone.
And that is Montgomery.
It is incomplete.
That was very close. That was a nice throw. Back shoulder fade to Jamar Montgomery, but it was really good coverage there by the senior linebacker.
And Stevie Doty with the coverage there. And I think this is a smart move. Take the for sure points with Leland Gantz. Hasn't missed a field goal all year. has a long, I think we saw his long earlier this year of 50 against Miamisburg. And there is a flag on the play. Is it
Dead ball, false start, offense, number 7.
So we're going to back it up 5 yards, and we're going to try it again.
So it's going to go from a chipping wedge to about a 9-iron shot for Gantz. Still well within his range.
Number 16 for the Elks, Leland Gantz.
13 now?
Yes.
13.
I'm surprised they took 2 seconds off the clock with a false start. They normally put the time back on the clock, but they didn't. High snap. It is up, and it is no good.
Oh, wow. And the penalty is going to cost them big time. Oh, I couldn't tell from where we were
I
sitting,
didn't either.
Jared.
It looked like it was going to trail in, but I don't know if we have a replay of that or not, but I apologize to Gantz for throwing out that announcer's jinx.
There you go, Jared.
None intentional. Like I told you before we came on.
You're the voice of the Firebirds for a reason. Out here trying to put jinxes on people.
I told you before we went on the air, I wanted to see a kicking duel between these two, and not how I expected it to start.
I'm going to tell all the Elks fans it was you.
Don't do that. Well, I'm riding home with you, so I guess you might want to wait until next week.
I'll just run home.
So 1st and 10 for the Firebirds at the 20. Brock gonna roll out. Fairmont looking to air it out. First play of the game, and it's a completion at the 40.
And that is the man, Daniel Seaton.
That's his first reception of the year. Fairmont, first play of the game, completes a 20-yard pass. Tackled by Reggie Powers, and here we're gonna take a look at this.
1st and 10 carrying from their own 40.
Andy, we still got to make our picks too. I figured we'd have time to walk through or talk about this during Fairmont's opening drive, but Fairmont pulling out some trickery here on the first play of the game, and I think that's got to be.
You could have never made a bet good enough for me to put money on that Fairmont was going to throw the ball the first play on offense ever. That's spectacular. I love the go get it play calling attitude of Coach Miller here tonight.
And here Brock gained
about 1. Not much
say
there.
1, but I mean they're going to say he just got back to the line of scrimmage.
You're going to have wide receivers split out to each side.
I guess if you're Centerville, you got to kind of watch out for them now.
Yeah, definitely got to pay attention.
I mean, after Brock keeps that one, gains maybe 2 on the play. But I like that call because you put it in the back of Centerville's coaches' heads, and now the line or safeties that if they're going to throw it on the first play, they might throw it a little bit more than 2 or 3 like we've seen about on average. And it might be another passing down here. 3rd and 8 for the Firebirds at the 42. You see Brock. And Fairmont is going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Fairmont. Their first charge timeout of the half.
So I guess, Andy, that'll give us time to go through and make our picks.
All right, so I guess we're going to go ahead and start with Butler and West Carrollton.
I'm going to take the Aviators in this one.
Yeah, I am too. As much as I would love to try and pick West Carrollton to win another game this season, I just don't think it's going to happen, not this week at least. So I'm going with Butler, Oakwood, and Bellbrook.
I would like to take Oakwood because they had a nice win last week against Carlisle, but I'm going to take the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, we've seen these Golden Eagles a couple times over the last couple years, and they're a pretty good ball club. So I'm definitely taking Bellbrook as well. Brookville and Valley View.
Valley View, hands down. I'm a huge Cade Henson fan. I'm not the leader of the fan club like you, And here's a little
The
bit of
end
trickery,
around.
a first down.
And that's Stevie Doty on his
is
way to the
gone,
end zone.
Turns on the afterburners, and Doty is gone. Oh, that's quick math. 58. What a play call here by the Firebirds.
The end
you
around.
See Doty comes around from the very edge. Fairmont sold it off perfectly. And right there, the one block that was needed to get, and Doty is in untouched.
I believe that was number 65, Randy Jackson, who had the block going back towards his own end zone. Did a great job not getting a block in the back or anything like that. But, man, it was like a pancake. He laid that guy out, and Stevie Doty had no one to beat off to the races.
And that kick is blocked.
And so two of the best kickers in the league. One has one miss, just misses one after he actually made the first attempt, but the false start wiped it away, and then.
And there you see the Fairmont student section is happy in their white out.
3:46 left in the first.
Okay, so back to the picks. Because, boy, that was some excitement. After that, we got Springfield and Miamisburg.
Can we come back to that one?
All right, sure.
Okay.
Burrow and Wayne.
Springboro only has one win coming into this game, and I don't think they're going to get another one against Wayne. I'm going to take the Warriors.
Yeah, me as well. Wayne, they played in some crazy football games this year. And they're really good. They're really good again, man.
I think 6 of their 7 wins have come by one possession.
Wow. Including
last week.
I was going to say,
4-point
our
win.
game last week, which was absolutely spectacular. And then, well, I mean, we can't pick the game that we're at last.
Okay.
So we got to go back up to Springfield and Miamisburg.
I'm going to let you pick first.
Oh, man, really? Okay. Oh, I don't know what the records actually are. Hang on. Do you know?
I have them right.
The kick is up and away as I'm going to the G-Walk standings. Is going to be returned by Reggie Powers, and he's going to be out across the 25. He's going to step out around the 26, 27.
So let's see. Miamisburg comes in with a 6-2 record. Springfield comes in with 3-5.
Springfield has been historically good, specifically over the last 5 or 6 seasons. Do we know if the
from the spot of the
came
foul.
back last week?
He did? He did, okay.
Back to the 15-yard line where the Elks will take over. 3:39 left in the
Man, I
first
don't know. Oh, he
period.
threw 4 interceptions, though. That's rough. I guess I'm going to take Miamisburg.
I did too. I marked it before you said it.
That's a tough one, but yeah, I'd take Miamisburg. And then our final pick, obviously the one that we're here at, the Elks and the Firebirds.
As that run maybe gets to the 15. I don't even think you have to ask me who I'm going to pick in this one.
All right. So Jared's taking the Firebirds, and I'll go ahead and I'll take the Elks. Man goes in motion. That's the big tight end, number 88, Bryce Kogel.
And he's going to throw it just outside of the outstretched hands of intended to
That's Camara.
Kamara. And this is, if you're Centerville, you don't want to go 3 and out that quick. Not after you had a long or lengthy drive your first time. What, they kicked that with about 6 minutes left, I think?
I think it was a little more than that.
A little more?
Yeah.
Wells all day to throw is going to decide to tuck it. Roll to the right, throws it middle of the field, and it is hauled in, but I do see a flag on the play.
That's a...
That looks like it might be in the area holding where it was.
Previous spot,
Kogel, a captain on this team.
holding offense,
3
number
touchdowns
77.
coming into tonight's game.
Half the distance to the goal, 3rd down.
So we got the ref mic'd up. I did not know that. Throwing out to some prizes. in our second to last game of the year. So that's going to put them inside, what they say, half the distance. So that'll put them inside the 10. So it'll be 3rd and 17.
Three wide receivers split to the top, one to the bottom. Kogo goes in motion.
Wells throws it out. There was blockers there in front, and that's going to be...
There's not a ton of room, but that's going to be Quincy Capena. It's going to be a pickup of about 5. And that right there, that's your 3 and out that you were just talking about.
Fairmont almost got there. Payne fields this one at about the 45. Going to cut outside. Payne still on his feet. Payne
Flag
coming
is
back
out.
across the field. Payne tripped up at about the 43, but we'll see what the flag is.
That was a great job by number 99, Matthew Jones. He's able to get his hand in there and trip up Payne with the, well, trip.
Yeah, sure. It's not tripping if you do it with the hand. It is
Right,
when you do
yeah.
it with the foot.
There you go.
During the return, block in the back, return team number 68. 10-yard penalty.
That flag is on number 68, Connor Haston. So Fairmont still gonna have decent starting field position at the 39.
But boy, that's a big penalty because they would have been about at the other 45. So, I mean, that's almost a 20-yard penalty right there.
Baker looks to the sideline. Baker pitches it out late. I believe,
Gaggle.
is that Gaggle? Yes, and he got hit hard right there.
By Reggie Powers. Number 3 plays both ways for this team. This is one of their better wide receivers, and also, I guess he can deliver a hit.
See him play on the basketball court too. We'll see that in a couple weeks from now.
Isn't it crazy that the season is right around the corner?
Brock gonna hand that. No, he's gonna keep. Oh no, he did hand it off to Turner. The way he kept running up the sideline, I thought
And that one is actually Dunleavy, isn't it? 18.
Oh yes.
Ball currently on the Fairmont 46-yard line. 3rd and 2.
It's gonna be 3rd and 2 here for the Firebirds at the 46. And Fairmont not bringing out the tonnage. Kind of surprised.
But it's not 4th down yet.
True. Brock pitches it out, late pitch, and he does not get there.
My goodness, what a job by number 10, Seth Alejandrino, to come in and blow that thing up. I thought he had it for sure, and then his progress was just halted completely.
And Gagel again takes another big hit.
As well, Reggie Powers in there on the play. So here comes the tonnage. Jared with the ultra eye formation.
Ultra strong, super strong, whatever you want to call it. Brock going to turn around, hand it off, and is that Payne that leaped
Yes,
over?
it is.
Cam Payne leaps over for a first down. And I guess that's kind of, if you're Centerville, you try to block to get low to cut down the blockers to get back there. But Payne, you see here, just leaps right over once he gets to the line of scrimmage.
Great play there by the senior.
And Fairmont.
He hasn't gotten a win here against Centerville, has he?
Who?
Campaign.
No.
Yeah, so he's trying to get one before he leaves.
And that one is going to do it for the first quarter.
The class of 1973. Stand up, folks. The class of 73 is here celebrating their 50th class reunion.
As Fairmont takes a 6-point lead into the second quarter. And Anya, you got any score updating yet?
Oh, I haven't even gone to check. But
Oh,
give me a minute.
I thought that's what you were doing.
No, sir.
Thank you to this year's scoreboard sponsors, NC Water Conditioning, Blizzard Apparel and Promotions, Garage Force of Dayton, Performance Chrysler Jeep and Dodge of Centerville, Titan Siding and Roofing, Frickers, R&R Resale, Corson's Switala, Mondock and Ski, La Rosa's Family
Here you see a
Pizzeria,
shot of the Fairmont cheerleaders.
Burke Orthodox,
So the end of one, Brookville and Valley View tied at 0.
and the Bear Financial Group.
That kind of surprises me.
See, I'll help you and look out some other schools. I got a text from the Fortners, who we talk about all the time. End of the first quarter, Springboro up 14-0 over Wayne.
Oh my goodness.
So Springboro trying to get in at that 16th playoff spot. And here's some trickeration again.
It's
and
Doty.
Doty will have, oh, that's going to be close. Is that going to be a first down?
And man, if I'm the Firebirds head coach and I see that replay, I'm like, good play, kid, but let's not switch the ball back and forth
Yeah.
3 different times during the play. That was scary. And then Stevie Doty got up and gave the Elk who tackled him a little piece of his mind there. Baker's going to keep this one, and there's a hole, and Baker's out across the 30. He's going to be pulled down at the 26. That was a great job. It was looking like Baker was getting ready to pitch that to the outside. Instead, he found a crease up right between one of the guards, and he takes off. Nice job there by Asa Dunleavy. Being a blocker, number 18, was able to clear some way, and yeah, great play there by the Firebirds.
First and 10 at the 27. Brock looked like he was just trying to get down before more Elks tried to.
Nowhere to go there. Ross Kopic and Mason Keeley, the guys there for the stop.
See, Bellbrook is up 22-0 over Oakwood. Start of the second quarter there.
Doty in motion.
Pitch is going to go out to Doty. Doty trying to get to the edge, puts a stiff arm down, and gets knocked out of bounds.
Tripped up by number 10, Seth Alejandrino.
It's going to make it 3rd and about 8.
That guy's name is fun to say.
Alejandrino?
Yes.
Yes.
3rd and 8 on the Firebird 25. Quick reminder, there is a 50-50 raffle going on tonight. Tickets are currently on sale. They'll draw after halftime. So if you'd like to pick up your 50-50 raffle, those tickets are on sale now.
See Fairmont come out of the huddle. Brock looks like he's talking to Payne behind him.
A nice view from our camera right there.
Brock going to keep that one. I don't know if there was
nowhere
some
to go. Landon King gets in the backfield. That time, the Elk front just
I don't know
melted
might have been a little
the
bit
Blue
of confusion.
Hawks.
I looked like Payne was sitting there waiting for the pitch, and then Brock just spun and kept it.
When you see one of the Fairmont offensive linemen, the left tackle, he goes down super early in the play. Not quite sure what number that is, but he went down quickly, which allowed the end to get around and make the play.
Kicks this one away, and
it's going to get in there.
No, it doesn't. It might have been short.
Wow. That thing got high, had the distance, but not the accuracy, I guess. That was
so both kickers
super
have missed
close.
going this way now. Let's see, find some other scores real quick.
Well, and wind is not an issue here tonight.
No.
The flags are not moving at all.
So it'll be 1st and 10 here for Centerville at the 20. So let's see. Will Yates has a pair of touchdowns for the Elks, a 35-yarder and a 14-yarder.
For the Panthers?
For the Panthers. Is that run?
That's Daniel Camara. He's going to be stopped by 16, Skylar Slifer.
That's another fun one to say.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Slifer and Alejandrino.
A little surprising, Jared. In our first Elk game that we did, Braylon Newcomb was a storyline early and very, very often. And so far here tonight, I'm not sure if he's touched the football.
Run by number 4, Daniel Camara. He's stopped by number 45, Devin Porter. Just behind the
So Daniel Camara is going to get that carry. He's going to come take a break. Going to be replaced by Parker Johnson.
It's going to be 3rd and 1 here for the Elks.
Wide receivers split out to each side.
Wells in shotgun. And Centerville got the Firebirds to jump.
Connor Haston again. Gonna jump off sides. Oh, never mind. Braylon Newcomb is the man who's gonna jump, and Haston is gonna draw the penalty by he himself jumping. So good job there by Haston. My rebuke turns into a compliment.
Wells gonna scramble. Wells stops. Wells has a hold, throws it middle of the field, and
that was
completion?
Saved. Is it?
Oh my goodness.
Is Kogel. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was him or Caponia.
This is, I mean,
if this is not a Mahonesian type play, I don't know what is. Has defenders draped all around him, pulling him to the ground.
You say Mahomes, that kind of reminds me of the Eli Manning throw in the Super Bowl. Kind of has his arm drug as he's going down to the ground and gets rid of it. Completes it just enough for a 1st down. Wells back to pass, checks it down to, and you talked about, was that Newcomb?
Yes, sir. He's going to be a guy who's very important for this Elks offense to get involved if they're going to get going. He's a killer in space.
I think he missed a couple games earlier. Let's see, Miamisburg up 14-7 in the 1st quarter, still there over Springfield. Seven minutes left here in the 1st half.
Fires that one out. That's Campagna.
Pass complete to the far side, number 86, Quincy Caponia.
He's been really active here tonight. 21 catches coming into the game, and he's had at least 5 here in this 1st half, I'd say.
It's going to make it 3rd and 6 here for the Elks. Wells standing in shotgun at his own 30. Wells throws a quick out pass, and that will be pushed out of bounds.
That's Caponia.
Forced out of bounds by number 16, Skylar Slifer.
Slifer again pushing him out of bounds.
Ball currently on the Centerville 40-yard line, 4th and 2. Elks line up to punt.
4th and 2, and I think this is a smart move for Centerville. Try to punt, pin the Firebirds deep. Don't let them get a chance to have a short field campaign.
Logan Wilkins, man. I gotta love his heart and his hustle. He did everything he could to try and block that punt. Looked like he guessed the snap count correctly, so got a great jump, and then he did his darndest to jump through 4 or 5 defenders. That last wall that they make between the punter and the
he still almost
defenders.
Ella Meixel, Aubrey Meyer,
See, the last game I'm looking for is a West Carrollton update. 14-0 Butler at the end of the first quarter.
That was quick. I checked that game a couple minutes ago, and I didn't get nothing.
Well, when you can text the athletic director for West Carrollton, you get a quicker score than what is probably out on Max Preps or what he tweets out. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 17 here for the Firebirds. Their second drive. Brock going to go back to pass, throws it, and in and out of the hands of Gagel.
That was so close, and I mean, that was at least a 20 to 30 yard pickup. It could have been a house call, though, as
he didn't have a defender right next to him. Maybe he starting to look upfield before he had the ball.
That almost looked like like that play, a much shorter field, but almost looked like that play from Miami University this past weekend, where the defense just let the wide receiver get completely behind him. And
yeah, I still don't see how Cristobal didn't get the pink slip after that.
Give it a couple more weeks. They're probably just waiting.
Run to the right there.
Out across the 20 to the 22.
That was Brock.
45, Jackson Puckett, and number 84, Mason Healy.
See, I feel you see there, Brock should have let Turner have that one.
Jackson Puckett, one of the guys in there on that tackle, the 3rd leading tackler for the Elks this season at 58 coming into tonight's game. This is going to be a keeper for Brock. He's going to pitch that one last second. It's going to be very close. Asa Dunleavy, the man who he pitches it to, and they're going to call that one at least a yard short. Might call it 2 yards short.
There's an official's timeout, and you see a player down, an Elk.
We know the Elks leave it all out on the field for every game. Well, there's no better place to refuel after the game than with some hand-battered, cooked-to-order Raising Cane's chicken fingers and a freshly squeezed lemonade. Hey, you've got to be ready for the next game, right?
Looks like, is that 28 or 38? 30.
That's 30, yeah. Benjamin Seeley is going to get up and jog back to the huddle, so looks to be okay. Looked like he was breathing really hard, probably got the wind knocked out of him.
So 4th and 2 here. See what Fairmont decides to do, and it looks like they're going to send the punt formation out.
Back to punt for the Firebirds, number 20, Daniel Seaton.
Seaton back to punt.
Back to receive for Centerville, number 3.
You're going to have Reggie Powers back across the 50. Seaton gets it's a low booming kick, and it's going to take a Fairmont bounce at about the 30. Yeah, let's see where the refs mark it down. The 34. 34.
That was a good guess. They were still walking forward when you said it.
5:18 left here in the first half. And you have to feel, if you're an Elk, you've got to at least get some points on the board on this drive. You don't want to go into the half giving Fairmont the ball again, where they, I would assume, probably try to run some clock off in the start the second half.
Like Fairmont, even if they're losing, is trying to run clock. That's going to be a tackle. For a second, it looked like there was a horse collar there against Montgomery.
No, he got the shoulder. He got to look like the bottom of the shoulder pads he grabbed a hold of. I didn't even see who that was that tackled him.
I don't know, but that was a great job. I mean, he just got handfuls of jersey and tugged. Montgomery's going to go in motion.
Wells is going to hand it off
to Parker.
And he might have gained one.
Get across the 25, but that's about it. Or the 35, but that's about it.
And you see Fairmont only rushing 3, but still pushing It looks like that right side of the line back. Wells going to dump it off, and it is
a catch by Montgomery, but he's not able to keep his feet. It looked like when he ran that route, he swooped too far back, and so the pass from Wells was like really far ahead of him.
I didn't know maybe if the end there for the Firebirds maybe grazed the side of his hand.
4th and 8 from the 36. Elks line up to punt.
Tough sledding for the Elk offense here.
And that one might have been blocked by the Firebirds.
But with a great bounce for the Elks. Oh my goodness, that thing bounced 25 yards.
To the Firebird.
That might have been better than the punt would have been without getting blocked. My goodness.
You saw Payne just standing there. We talked about it the other day on our show. USC trying to throw and Logan Wilkins did get through and get a hand on that. You might, if you're Payne, just get out of the way because you don't want to take a chance if Centerville maybe tries to throw you into the ball. I don't know what the rule is for OHSAA, but so Fairmont will have 1st and 10 at about the 24-yard line. Oh, they finally put it on the board. A good guess. Brock under center. Gonna hand that off to Patton.
He's gonna get across the 25, maybe to the 27. Gonna call him at the 26, it looks like.
Out to the 26-yard line. Stopped by the Centerville Black Shirts. Gain of 2 makes it 2nd and
I don't know what that means. PA announcer said stop by the Black Shirts. Yeah, they're all wearing black, and now we got an official's timeout. You saw number 2 for the Elks. Looked like he come up a little bit dizzy.
I don't think it's dizzy because he's down there and they're looking something with his foot, not.
Oh, the way he looked like he had a hold of his head or had his hand inside his face mask coming off. So it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Firebirds here. We have a bunch formation.
I don't
know what that is either. Brock going to keep that one, pitches it out, and takes a hit. No, stays up.
It's Doty, and the Elks, they're going to get lucky that they're not going to get hit with
Is that could have been a late hit?
An unnecessary roughness, yeah.
Ooh, yeah, he put the helmet right in the side.
In the head. I saw that from way up here.
Was enough for a 1st down. Let's see, Fairmont's going to flank out. I believe that is that number 4 that is out there?
Reverse this time again to Doty.
And up goes number 26, Stevie Doty.
He's getting a lot of run on the offensive end here in tonight's game.
Well, that worked on their touchdown drive. A little bit of confusion there made a cause for the Elks, but Olery is so good at adjustments. I don't think that the Centerville defense is going to be fooled for that one again. 2nd and 6, 1:40 left here in the first half of our MVCC game of the week for week number 9. Gagel goes in motion. Brock steps up. Throws it middle of the field.
There's a flag on the play, but
this is going to be
Asa
a
Dunleavy's
touchdown
on his
for
way to the
Dunleavy,
end zone.
But we will have to check and see what the flag is.
77 to 53, chop block.
It's going to be a chop block.
It's nice to have the refs in your ear. That got to hear the call before everyone else.
I think our producer might have turned it up a little bit too much or too early.
Hey, coach, since he scored, since he scored, the clock will start on the snap.
No, won't I have the option inside of 2?
No.
I can choose.
No, that's on a
Give me a timeout.
right now.
Right now, I'm going to timeout.
What was the numbers? Chop block.
So Tabin
offense,
Gifford.
Number 77 and number 53.
Oh, it's a double.
15-yard penalty from the previous spot. 2nd down.
And Brett Fuller.
15-yard
I've never heard of a double chop block.
I think they only enforced one, but there was two.
Right.
So it's going to be 2nd and 21 here for the Firebirds. 1:19 left here in the first half. And you see Brent Ullery still arguing with the rest. We kind of heard it a little bit. There we go. And he is livid.
That's the best thing I've ever heard. I've never gotten to hear a coach argue with the ref.
So I don't know if Fairmont has a lot of 2nd and 21 plays to try to pick up. And
I mean, that one was.
Brock going to roll to the right. Brock going to keep this one. Has a big hole to the right, and it'll be 3rd and manageable.
Nice job by Baker, just deciding to lower the shoulder. Going to get taken down by Reggie Powers. But there was also, he had an opportunity to throw that to a couple different guys downfield. I thought there was some openings.
Well, if you're that, you want to make Centerville take their timeouts probably so they can't try to get downfield in a hurry. So I bet Miller, before they went back out there for that huddle, probably told him if it's not a for sure catch in the middle of the field.
Game clock operator, please put 1 minute, 5 seconds on the game clock.
There we see Fairmont student section during their whiteout. Remember when I went to school here, we're not allowed to do it anymore, but they'd bring a bunch of baby powder bottles and at the start of the second half we'd all throw it up, and there would be a haze of white smoke for it seemed like forever. We got in trouble because it made the stairs very slippery.
You guys hurt some old people.
So 3rd and 8 after the pickup of, that was about 13 on that run for Brock.
And one wide receiver split out. It's Stevie Doty. He's going to take the reverse back the other way again.
Doty might have thought about throwing it.
But the Elks, they had that one figured out from the jump, as there was multiple Elks sitting back there in the backfield of the right side.
Ball at the Fairmont 35-yard line. 4th and 10. Lining up to punt for the Firebirds.
Had Mason Keeley and Alejandrino both in the backfield
Seaton
trying to
gets
make the
this
play.
one away.
What a booming kick. And Powers had a chance to recover that one. He bobbled it. Going to get out across the 25. That one was dangerous. He took his time to actually corral that kick. See here on the replay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one kind of bounced around a couple times before he was able to actually hang on to it.
Also, again, a reminder, 50-50 raffle tickets are on sale.
We got a Miamisburg field goal, takes back the lead, 17-14. The Berg Vikings lead. No time left in the, or on that tweet I saw from the Springfield.
The wide receiver split to the bottom, 2 to the top of your screen.
Wells back to pass. Wells gonna check it down and almost incomplete, or almost intercepted, I should say.
Let's see who it is that's able to get his hand in there.
Can we delete that so it quits coming up?
Coverage on the play by number 24, Logan Wilkins. 41.5 seconds left in the half. 2nd and 10 from the Centerville.
41.5 seconds left here in the first half. Wells throws it middle of the field. It is a
Campagna.
Well, let's see. Is it a first down or not?
It's right there across the line.
Yeah, they're moving it.
We're going to get a quick stoppage. The clock will restart.
Wells Going to roll to the right now, going to look to roll back to the left. Wells going to set himself, throws it middle of the field, and almost intercepted by Payne.
Wow, so close. I'm not exactly sure who he was going to. They said he was going to Powers, but I don't know, man. Powers was a few steps to the left.
24-0, Springboro over Wayne.
Oh my goodness, what is going on? Did Wayne's varsity get suspended?
They had to have. Wells going to stay in the pocket, and Wells is going to be brought down. That might be a loose ball.
He pitched it forward, but are they going to say that there was no intended wide receiver?
It's either that or is that a forward pass? The line of scrimmage is at the 40 or the 36. .17 seconds left here in the first half.
So the refs are having a long conference on this one.
See, well, Centerville's moved back considerably. They haven't really said anything to either coach either.
Illegal forward pass. Offense, number 12. 5-yard penalty on the spot of the foul. Loss of down. Third down.
And
it's my favorite chant in all of sports.
After every flag, doesn't matter what it is, the opposing student section, yeah. Now, I thought that came with a 10-second runoff, too, unless Centerville chooses to take the timeout. Wells just going to hand that one off in the backfield. And Miller calls a timeout. 11.8 seconds left. Well, want to make him punt. maybe Wilkins can get through on this one and maybe block it and give him a short field. I was wondering, I saw it was third down.
Number 82, Caleb Barnhill. Man, to get in the backfield for the tackle.
If you're Fairmont, and you got to get speed to get through there. So I would line up maybe Wilkins, Doty, Payne, and I don't know who else is fast on the Firebirds team, but line them up all on one side, and maybe if you're the Firebirds, hopefully one of them can get through.
Yeah, I definitely think.
No, never mind. Payne's walking back here to the left to return the punt.
Back to punt for the Elks, number 16, Cleveland Gams. Back to receive, number 1, Cameron.
But if I'm Fairmont, I would send everything at this.
And they did.
I don't see how he got that one off.
Logan Wilkins, for the third or fourth time, nearly got to that kick.
And that one is going to do it. Centerville punt. Wayne's off the last few seconds as it wobbled around. And that is how the first half will end. Fairmont leading 6-0 over the Centerville Elks. Fairmont will get the ball to start the second half. And we'll be back for our MVCC Game of the Week for week number 9.
He wasn't. Like, I kind of knew he wasn't, but I got the hope. Like, little tiny hope. Oh, he's not. Bro, I bet you I'm like, way strong for this moment. Like, no offense, I bet you he ends up. Yeah, but you don't really, like, when you swim, you don't.
Fairmont Firebirds Marching Band.
What kind of gossip about you? Oh, no, you're not. Bro, I bet you like all the way down to the hour, just like right here. I'm gonna die soon.
We are pleased to present the Centerville Jazz Band. The Centerville Jazz Band's 2023 show is entitled Through the Eyes of Picasso. The band will be performing the back half of our show for this season's performance. The music is again arranged by Andy Hartmore. Tonight's halftime performance will feature Paris by Y Music, My Spanish Heart by Chick Corea, and Miranda by Michael Nyman. This show features color guard choreography by Alex Holland and Lola Flores Holland. The drill design is by Tim Fairbanks. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Centerville Jazz Band.
We're on the home side, right? What? Yeah, we are on the home side.
The Centerville Jazz Band is under the direction of Brandon Barametti and Scott Gasaway. Color guard directors Jody Fairbanks and Alex Holland. And percussion director Josh Carpenter. The band is led by drum majors Mary Haley, Emily Hodges, and Sierra Coco Rupp. On Saturday, October 7th, the band traveled to Toledo, Ohio to compete in the Bands of America Toledo Regional, along with some outstanding bands from Ohio, Kentucky, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and New York. The band was named Class 4A champions in preliminary competition and swept the awards for outstanding music, visual, and general effect. In finals, the band finished second overall.
All right, we are back ready as that kickoff will go into the back of the end zone and a touchback. And Fairmont will start 1st and 10 at the 20 to start their second half here in Centerville. And you want to run over some quick scores of the rest of our MVCC schools real quick?
Yes, sir. So checking out the out-of-town scoreboard. Butler up 21-0 over West Carrollton. Bellbrook, they are up 30-0 over Oakwood. Wow, that one's kind of rough. This one, a little surprising. Brookville and Valley View tied at 14 right there at halftime. Springboro, this one is another surprising one, 24-8. Wayne was able to get in the end zone right before halftime. Miamisburg, 20-17 over Springfield.
Oh, I wrote it down wrong.
You wrote it down wrong? Okay.
It's 20-17 Springfield over Berg.
Okay. And then finally, our game here, 6-0 Firebirds.
That run up the middle goes for about a gain of maybe 2. Be 2nd and 8 here for the Firebirds.
And then since we're done with the out-of-town scoreboard, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at some of our stats from the first half. So Stevie Doty, the leading rusher, leading everything on offense for both teams. 6 rushes for 83 yards, the 58-yard touchdown run, the only score of the game. Brock Baker, 7 rushes for 28 yards, was averaging 4 yards a carry right there. He has 1 completion for 20 yards to Daniel Seaton. Over on the other end, there is 4 different rushers who have rushed for the Elks. None of them have been all too effective. The Fairmont front's done a good job. Parker Johnson with 6 rushes for 17 yards. Daniel Camara, 5 for 15. And then Drake Wells and Quincy Konya each have 1 rush for 10 yards. Drake Wells, though, through the passing game, has been very efficient. This hasn't been the most effective. 12 of 18. That's 66% completion percentage and 56 yards through the air.
3rd and 5 here for the Firebirds. Brock got through and gets upended at the 29. Tackled by Soso, N-O-C-K.
Nice fake
There's a
there.
nice hole there right at the beginning.
There's a really good fake there by Brock Baker as when he made that fake, he was able to force 2 Elks into like the wrong rush lane.
And Fairmont is going to make a statement here, going for it on 4th and about half a yard.
What they do, Jerry?
At the 29, bring out the tonnage, and that is close.
The Elks are going to say no. The Firebirds say yes. We will see what the call is. It looks close enough to me.
And it's a 1st down for the Firebirds. That is a very gutsy call there by Miller, but Fairmont picks it up by, I would have to say, the tip of the ball.
I don't know if I agree with it, because you could see at the top and at the end of that replay, you saw whoever it was with the ball. I couldn't tell.
It was Turner, I believe.
It was Turner. You could tell, like, he kind of rolled over the line at the very last second. I thought they had kind of called.
And Centerville calls a timeout before that snap.
When you're heading home after the game, head on into Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers.
And see, that, I don't know which side judge is the one that has the final say on the spot, because they both weren't on the exact same spot. So I don't know if it's maybe closer to which side of the field they're on, but they both weren't on the same spot when they ran in. And there, I mean, they spotted the ball. Yeah, it looks like they got it by the tip by where that spot is. kind of want to see. I didn't see anything out there really that would have made Ullery call a timeout for the Elks. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 29.
Damian Patton lined up in the backfield this time. It's going to be a keeper for Baker. He's going to go around the right guard. Excuse me, make that the left guard. And he's going to sneak forward for about 3.
Tackled by Landon Kane, I believe they said. Pickup of 3 on that rush by Baker. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Left guard, number 77, Taven Gifford. There was a...
Got called for that chop block on that Dunleavy touchdown.
This time does a good job sealing that block. Allowed Baker to get through that hole.
Brock hands that one off.
It's Patton.
For about a gain of maybe 2 on the play.
Stop was made by number 44, Lucas Smith.
Smith with the stop there for the Elks.
Makes it 3rd and 6 at the Fairmont 34.
Ball at the 34, Fairmont. 3rd and 6 here.
There's going to be...
And Centerville had to call another timeout because there was 12 players on the field. I saw one of the coaches jumping up and down and waving his hands, and that would be why.
And that right there is a huge timeout. Gonna have to burn 2 in the first.
That's 2 in the last 3 plays here for the Elks.
2 in the first 4 minutes of the first half. You know, some coaches, they talk a lot about winning the middle 8, the last 4 minutes of the first half, in the first 4 minutes of the second half. If you can dominate those areas, a lot of times you can win games. Right now, the Elks not doing a very good job of doing that.
And remember, fans, you can find all information about Centerville Athletics online.
Second burn timeout by the Elks. I love that angle. Sitting down on the field looking up.
Third and 6, make some noise.
3rd and 6 here for the Firebirds. Brock gonna take a 2-step drop, does a dump off, and it's incomplete.
Cam Payne is the intended wide receiver, and that one was just at his ankles.
Yeah, Payne couldn't reach down to get that one.
Looked like they drew up a screenplay, but it just did not really work.
Looked like Brock might have got rushed a little bit. You saw Centerville had at least 2 people in the backfield.
I think that's the first screenplay I've ever seen Fairmont run.
Seaton gets this one off.
A booming kick, and that one, did that hit the...
It was close.
The Firebird in the back? That was Wilkins?
Feltner downs it for the Firebirds, but yeah, that was close to hitting him.
I want to see if we got that replay, because I think it did hit him.
8:07 left in the 3rd. Dance along, everybody.
If that's not a way to try to pump up your student section,
I don't know what is.
There's going to be a handoff and a tackle there. Looked like he got spun from behind.
Ball through the inside. It's Camara, 68, Connor Haston. That man's making plays on both sides of the field for the Firebirds.
2nd and 5 from the 35.
Second and 5, Wells. Looking to the sideline for some, it looks like a little bit of confusion for Centerville. Play clock is at 6. barely gets that one off. That's going to be a handoff to Zach Camara.
Yes.
And off number 4, Daniel Camara. Camara is not
Out to the 48. Or 38, my bad.
Pick up a 4 more for the Elks will make it 3rd and 1 from the Centerville 39.
Effective rushing on those first 2 plays. Going to set up a 3rd and short.
Third and 1 here for the Elks.
Only 3 down linemen for the Firebirds.
Wells back to pass. Fairmont brings everything, and that will be close.
Jamar Montgomery on the catch, and there is not much room, but I think they're going to give him enough for the first down. And the Elks, they're going to have to watch out with that. Every time Jamar Montgomery goes for one of these screens, he swoops 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And at some point, the Firebirds, they're going to catch on to that, and they're going to take him for a ride way back in the backfield.
Maybe if Fairmont didn't bring both at the top of that edge rush, might have been able to maybe get that tackle. And that one's going to be a big run up the middle.
Parker Johnson was about this close from busting that thing, man. He started to pick up speed as he got to the second level, and he was ready to go off to the races.
Looked like he was tackled there by Wilkins at the feet. Conlon also there to clean it up for the Firebirds. Pickup of 6 on that last play. Camara in motion, and Fairmont reads it. Oh, I think Camara thought he might have heard a whistle for his progress being stopped. He saw he hesitated after he broke that one tackle.
I think he was just trying to regain his balance because, I mean, he loses his footing, he tries to stand up, and where's he going to go? He's trying to find a lane.
Yeah, you got the big number 45 there, Porter for the Firebirds. 5'11", 275. It's going to be 3rd and 11 here for the Elks. Wells takes a 2-step drop, rifles at middle of the field. It is a catch and
Montgomery.
A first down.
Big play there. Montgomery, their leading wide receiver on the season. He's had a lot of catches in this game, but hasn't picked up a ton of yards. That one by far the biggest catch of the game. He had 4 catches in the first half for 15 yards. That one, they might have netted 15 by itself. Parker in motion.
Wells takes a 2-step drop, dumps it off.
And he does it again. He's going to get tackled 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage this time. They had the ball at the 44, now they have it at the 49. And I just do not understand. Okay, so they're going to call him at the 48, but still, like, why are we giving away 5 free yards every time you do this screen? I'd like to see the Elks mix the play calling up a little bit more. They've thrown a lot of screens in this game.
Wells is going to keep this one, throws it to the far sideline, and it is, did he catch it?
And they say he does. That is Montgomery
Nice catch
again.
by Montgomery. Looked like he had to reach out for that one.
That one looks like a pickup of about 18. Yeah, so it'll actually be a pickup of 19. Great coverage there by Doty. He was draped all over him, but just a better play by the wide receiver.
So Centerville on 2nd down, picking up the last 2 first downs. And Wells gonna roll. Oh, he stays in the middle, throws it middle of the field. And it is incomplete, but or a flag will come out. I'm assuming in the area of pass interference.
I want to see that one again because I'm not sure. It was awfully close. The defender did not turn his back at all. So you might get the call just by the virtue of that. But like I said, I want to see it again because it looked like the contact got held off to the last second.
Okay, I was about to say, I saw
Cameron
called on Payne. So that's going to take it from the 29 and put it, I don't know, is it half the distance or is it 15? So about half the distance. Wells going to go under center. I don't know if we've seen him do this at all tonight. Going to turn around, hand it off to Kamara. Ball comes out, and I think Fairmont got it back.
I'm not sure. It looks like Wells got back in on top of it and just barely somehow.
Firebirds ball.
Wow, okay. I thought I saw Wells get it on top of it at the very end.
No, okay, the ref pointed the wrong way. Centerville retained it.
So it was Wells who was able to somehow slide in there.
I don't see how. I didn't see. Was that Wilkins or Profit that was right there?
I also couldn't tell. I was looking for the ball.
Heads up play by Wells to try to dive in there and actually get it back, because I thought it was going to be a clean recovery there for the Firebirds. Wells throws it to the far sideline, and it is complete.
It is Quincy Capagna, the man to make the grab.
That is his third catch of the day?
Let me check real quick. That is his fifth catch of the day.
Fifth catch of the day.
And his second touchdown on the season. Does a great job. He throws back shoulder to Capagna. The corner was just not quite ready for that. And you know, it's so hard for the corner to be able to guard a guy like Quincy Capagna. I mean, you just look at it, 6'3", 185. Oh my goodness, does that say he's a sophomore? We're gonna get to watch this kid play for another 2 years, and he's already an excellent wide receiver.
So 2:54 left here in the third quarter. Centerville takes the lead on a 15-yard touchdown. No, that was about a 20 because of the fumble. A 20-yard touchdown pass from Wells to Capagna. And now Fairmont playing from behind the first time tonight. See if they become a little bit more aggressive like they were on that first drive.
And they've only made 2 pass attempts so far in this game tonight. They've upped their passing percentage by multiple magnitudes this season. I think they had 11 passes all last season.
I think it was like 11 of 14 for the whole season.
37 coming into tonight's game. So definitely added that extra dimension. They've been very effective with that extra dimension here this season.
Gantz, and that one bounces out of the back of the end zone.
Firebirds will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20. Hey, Centerville families, a reminder to check out your athletic passes to save money.
So Fairmont going to start 1st and 10 at the 20 for their second drive of this half.
Go to the athletic department website, click on tickets, and scroll down to passes to see all your options. The athletic department is accepting applications for the Athletic Hall of Fame until November 1st. Applications are available online, or you can pick one up from the
Carson Copley is going to be spread out to the top of the screen. Going to have Turner in the backfield. And Gagel goes in motion. The pitch, no, he's going to keep it, is Baker. He's going to be out across the 25. Going to be 2nd down and about 5.
2nd and 5 from the 25.
It's a really nice job there by Baker. He decides to hang on to that one. Got Kopic guessing on the fake pitch attempt, and Kopic was just standing there in no man's land.
Play clock is down to 5. 2nd and 5 here for the Firebirds. Brock, I think he kept that one too.
Yeah, he started to go to the right, and then he goes back left behind Luke Cheatwood, number 89, as well as Colton Green. He just kind of lets the left tackle and the tight end kind of clear the way for him there. Gonna pick up 4 more on that play.
Make some noise, up fans.
3rd and 1, and here you see Fairmont wanting to really pick this one up here. And the officials are going to stop No, they're not going to stop it. They're going to reset the play clock. I don't understand.
It looks like
It looked like they went to send somebody off. Is that one will be a first down run? Is that Payne? Yes, it is.
well, I believe that they had to let Centerville make a substitution.
Okay.
I saw number 11 running onto the field.
And then I thought it looked like they motioned him back off, but I might have been looking at the wrong. So about a minute left here.
We'll be announcing the winner in just a moment.
Brock keeps that one. And that a good gain there to the right side. Gets across the 40, and that'll be about a gain of 8, maybe 9.
And so far here tonight, this Blue Hogs unit's done a really good job clearing holes, making way for this Fairmont offense.
So Fairmont will have to hike it this one last time before the quarter ends. Baker hands it off to Patton, and I don't think he got to the line, or they'll say he does get to the line of scrimmage. Puckett with the tackle, and that one is gonna do it.
Jackson Puckett, that's his 3rd tackle of the game. He's actually the leading tackler here for the, my bad, the 3rd leading tackler for the Elks. Has 8.5 tackles for loss this season. I guess actually make that 9.5.
If you have that ticket, bring your winner to the press box on top of the home stands. 344-980.
So Fairmont will be faced with a 3rd and 1 here.
You know, Jared, you were joking with me before the game about this was not going to be high scoring.
No, last
we
year
were not kidding.
Last year was 7-0 in favor of Centerville. The year before that was 10-7 in favor of Centerville.
And 36 minutes down, we've scored 13 points.
Both kickers have missed a field goal the way that the Firebirds are going on, or no, opposite the way the Firebirds are going on the field now. Forgot they switched sides. So 3rd and 1, Fairmont again with that tonnage, and is that Payne in the back?
Wait, did they not switch sides at halftime?
No, they did. I forgot Fairmont was going this way that first half, or that 3rd quarter. No, wait, no.
Yet they started the game going that way, towards the scoreboard.
I don't know. Maybe they have the
choice. They didn't switch at halftime. That's interesting.
Smith with the tackle there for the Elks. Fairmont barely picks up that first down. A lot of motion here for the Firebirds. Brock going to roll that side, and Brock maybe gets 1 on the play.
Dunleavy and Gaggle, very last second, they swap from the left side of the line over to the right side.
Here you see a shot of the black hole. That's what they call themselves. I feel like you can only call yourselves if you have a blackout that. I mean, if you have a neon-themed game, I don't think you can call yourself the black hole.
I think just the stadium in general is the black hole.
Oh, I thought the student section, they referred to them as. Brock going to go back to pass, throws it middle of the field.
And nearly intercepted by Ross Kopic, and he nearly did that with one hand. That would have been a highlight reel play for sure. And Stevie Doty
had to go back to his normal defensive spot on that one.
I was about to say, is he the reason why this was incomplete?
Brock took a low shot there at the end of that.
Guess we couldn't tell on the replay. I think Doty got a hand in there and was able to knock that thing away.
So it's going to be 3rd and 10 here for the Firebirds. Payne going to get a pitch to the outside. And Payne actually picks up a decent chunk there.
About, what, 7?
About that. Smith with another tackle there for the Elks.
Or no, they're only going to give him about 5.
He must have stepped out, maybe. Maybe he was just down at the 47.
That's a low.
That one looks like it went off the side of the foot of Seaton, but bounces out at about the 15.
I think they're going to call it at about the, well, never mind. I thought it actually jumped out at the 13, but.
So Centerville on their last drive able to drive down the field and score the go-ahead touchdown for now.
Got a little bit of help from a pass interference call in the middle of the back of the end zone. But very effective on that last drive. And actually they were able to run the ball to get the drive started, which really got them rolling that time. They struggled running the ball in the first half.
It's going to be a handoff to Kamara, it looks like. Pickup of about.
Run by number 28, Parker Johnson.
Oh no, that was Johnson. I'm sorry. I thought
Tackle by number 20, Daniel Seaton.
Kamara. Wells back to pass. Wells looks to the far side, throws it, looks like a little screen pass, and he'll be tackled about a yard short.
24, Jamar Montgomery.
And the man to catch the ball again is Jamar Montgomery, and he's getting a lot of work, a lot of screen plays here in this game. But he looks like, okay, never mind. He was just switching sides of the formation. He looked like he was in a little bit of pain and like he was going to be trotting off the field.
3rd and 1 here for the Elks. Wells going to turn around, hand it off, and
that's going to be, looks like Parker Johnson gets enough.
He moves up to the 25, tackle made by number 12, Gavin.
And I think just enough is right.
Good job by our camera crew right there. Had a good shot of the line, and I could tell he had that from all the way up here. One wide receiver split to the top.
Wells going to tuck this one, run, cuts to the outside, cuts it back in.
Keeper by number 12, Drake Wells. He moves out to the 30-yard line, picking up 5. Tackle made by number 12, Gavin Prophet.
Gavin Prophet makes another stop in this game. At halftime, he had 4 tackles. Probably has another 4 here in the second half. Fairmont's going to get lucky there that they don't get hit with offsides.
Play clock is down to 3.
Montgomery in motion, handoff to Kamara. He's going to get met in the backfield and driven backwards. That is Gavin Prophet, number 12.
Daniel Kamara. Kamara stopped by number 12, Gavin Prophet. No gain on the play. 3rd and 6.
Great penetration that time defensively by Fairmont. Had multiple linebackers there in the backfield.
It's going to make it 3rd and about 6 here for the Elks. You see they're going to bunch up 3 receivers here to the bottom of your screen. Wells going to take up, steps, throws it complete.
Kogel over the middle to the 42. He's going to get taken down by Daniel Seaton, as well as Gavin Prophet. Wow. He's everywhere right now, man.
7 minutes left. Centerville starting to get downfield in chunk plays. Wells going to hand it off for about a gain of 7 on that play for Johnson.
You know, Jared, in the first half, the Elks had 10 first downs that they, 12 first downs that they ran, and 9 of them were pass plays. Here in the second half, they've really kind of switched that, or flipped that script. They've been running the ball a lot on first down. They've been being a lot more effective in their early drive.
Pickup of 6 on that play. 2nd and 4 here for the Elks. 6:10 left. It's going to be a run to the outside and will be enough for another first down. Slifer with the tackle there for the Firebirds.
The second or third tackle here of the second half.
Just under 6 minutes left.
Fairmont has got to start maybe getting a little bit more pressure into the backfield from this line.
Looks like the Elks bring out the tonnage. Looks like they got an extra offensive lineman or two out there.
Play clock is down to 6. Low snap, throws a quick pass to the outside to, is that Kogel?
Camponia.
Tackle made by number 26, Stevie Doty. Camponia goes down at the Firebirds 43.
So pickup of about 4.
2nd and 6 from the 43.
A little bit of confusion on the front line there of the Firebirds. Got it
See
straightened
Wilkins
out.
kind of steps out. Wells handed that one off, cuts it back to the outside. Hold to the outside, that's Johnson. Johnson is tackled, pushed out of bounds at about the 10.
Logan Wilkins there to save the touchdown. And Parker Johnson, he nearly fell into the end zone from about 10 yards out. Does a great job, had multiple players pull from the left to the right side, and Johnson, man, he compact little freight train down there, man. What did I say? 5'7", 200 pounds?
Yeah, something like that. 215 maybe.
Battering ram, yeah, 5'7", 200 pounds, and just a wrecking ball. This time the lightning of Camara. Gonna get those legs churning.
And there's a flag.
Moves inside the 5 to the 3. Tackle made by number 6.
So did he step out like at the 12 or whatever?
He was pushed out, I believe, at the 8.
Oh, okay. I was like, I could have sworn he got further than that.
So half the distance.
It's a flag against the Firebirds.
Face mask?
Defense,
Okay.
number 58. 5 yards. Half the distance to the goal from the end of the run. Repeat, first down.
Ball was inside the 2, now it's inside the 1.
I can say that should put the ball inside the 1 yard line at about the half-yard line. Gonna take everything the Firebirds have to be able to keep this push out of the end zone.
We saw him earlier this year against Springboro hold from 4 plays inside the 1, but Centerville's offensive line is a lot better than what the Panthers were.
No, I think the Firebirds, they got to bunch up here in the middle. It looks like they're too far spread out.
Centerville letting this one go all the way down. It looks like Wells. No, I thought Wells might have. Oh, he does keep it, and Wells is in.
What a risky play, as there was a Firebird back there. I didn't see which one it was, but he was on his back, and he just didn't see that Wells had the ball. Waited what looked like was, or what felt like was forever to actually receive the snap. Does a great job doing the fake to the power back, and that was Cameron Payne.
Almost got there.
He got fooled by the fake. It was a great job by Wells.
Low snap. Fairmont almost got through on that.
He is good. Kicker number 16, Leland Gantz.
Holder, number 14, Shane Cole. Long snappers, number 53, Lucas Knight.
So Centerville goes up 8 with 3:52 left here in the game.
And this is where that Fairmont passing game that we've talked so much about this season is has to take that next step. A 4-minute offense time.
It's going to have to be getting downfield quickly and a 2-point conversion.
A lot's got to go right for the Firebirds here in the final 4 minutes, but there's a different type of confidence that I have in this Fairmont offense this season. Their ability to throw the ball, it makes them more scary.
In our game last week, they had a minute 28, and they started at about their own 20 and got down to the 10.
Yeah, they were able to make it all the way down the field. So we know when their back is against the wall, this Fairmont team can get the ball down the field quick, fast, and in a hurry. They got a little bit more extra time than they did last week.
Gantz puts this one in the back of the end zone. Granted, Gantz has the ability to put it back in the end zone, but I don't think he wants to really try to kick it to Payne or Doty, as they both have kickoff returns for touchdowns this year.
Well, and then also the one Firebird score was by Doty. So
see if we see him back out there. I don't think we've seen him run the ball this second half.
Maybe once, but definitely not a ton. Doesn't look to be out there right now. Dunleavy and Gagel in the backfield, along with
Payne, I think. Gagel goes in motion. They're going to pitch it out. Gagel has to, I don't even know what you would call that.
Well, they were going to throw it back to the quarterback across the field, but great job by the Centerville defense. They weren't fooled. They got back, and as soon as Gagel pulled that thing up like he was going to throw it back across the field, the Elks defenders, they got their hands up and made it so he couldn't make that throw. You saw him tuck it down and try and run for it. He's going to lose 3 on the play. Not how you wanted to start that drive for Fairmont. Carson Copley spread out to the bottom of the screen.
Brock looking to step up in the pocket, rolls to the right, throws it down the middle of the field, and it is
incomplete. That was a risky throw. He had 3 different wide receivers all running to the same spot and 4 Elk defenders in the area. Doty was the intended target. He was furthest downfield. I think if Brock could have set his feet before he really launched that thing, he would have had a chance to hit him, because he just didn't have enough length on the throw. I mean, and I've seen him throw it further than that. That was, what, 10, 20, 30, 40 yards?
About a 40-yard through the air thing.
I mean, I think I've seen him throw it 50, so he could have made that thing a little bit further. Just didn't set his feet, didn't think he had the time. Rushed himself a little bit.
Brock back to pass, has to roll to the right from the Centerville rush. Brock throws it down middle of the field, and it is complete.
Oh my goodness, number
off the tip.
4, Tony Bruno.
But there are 3 flags on the field.
Number 4, Tony Bruno.
One of them is in the defensive backfield, and one is right along the line of scrimmage.
Holding, number 3, that's what I called.
Defensive holding,
I believe, is what the call is going to be.
We're going to go 3rd down again. All right. Hey, yours was 50. Holding, defense number 3. Ineligible man downfield, offense number 50. Those fouls offset, replay 3rd down.
So that's going to make it 3rd, or they're going to redo the play, as there was a defensive holding and then an ineligible man downfield.
Rough break for the Firebirds. Wasn't that enough for a 1st down?
It would have been, yes. Out at about the 35, I think. And Fairmont is going to call a timeout. They have 2 remaining. Miamisburg has taken back the lead over Springfield, 24-20. 3rd and 13 here for the Firebirds. See what they do coming out of their timeout.
Score update at the end of the 3rd period. Wayne 8, Springboro 33.
Springboro 33-8 over Wayne at the end of the 3rd quarter. You see a shot of the Firebird student section.
And more in a moment.
All right, coming out of the timeout, a big 3rd and 13. Copley, it looks like the man spread out wide. Actually, it was Doty. He's going to make the catch at the 30 or at the 22-yard line. That is only a pickup of about 5.
Tackled by Soso Inosuke.
Fairmont's going to quickly get back up to the line.
Brock, they're going for it on 4th and 7. Brock throwing it down the field to Doty. Doty, incomplete.
Out of the hand, Stevie Doty asking for a flag on the play. Soso Inosuke, the man in there on the play. And Inosuke was a Firebird last season. I'm sure he feels happy about getting a stop against his former team.
More of our scoreboard sponsors this season. Frickers, Clayton Siding and Roofing, Performance Chrysler Jeep and Dodge of Centerville, Garage Sports of Dayton, Lizard Apparel.
So Fairmont hoping for a turnover here.
On the fact that they still got 2 timeouts, they should have time to be able to force a stop, and you got to hope that
Gantz doesn't connect on a field goal.
And he's missed one already, so, and actually nearly gotten one blocked. So if you can get the stop, the game definitely not over for Fairmont yet.
It's going to be a handoff to the right side.
Camara lowers the shoulder and just bulldozed.
And there's a flag on the play. Comes in late.
Looks like that was number 30, Caleb
Ball now
Moore.
spotted at the 9-yard line. Flag on the near side.
The man who Camara lowers the shoulder on.
And the way Centerville's walking back, it looks like it's against the Elks.
Block in the back. Offense, number 18. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
JP Mercer.
Foul occurred at the 11. That'll move the ball back to the 21. First and 8 from the Firebirds' 21-yard line.
Wells takes a snap. He hands it off to Parker Johnson, and he's going to get to the 20.
And there's some flag coming late.
They call a flag, and it looks like it's going to be a face mask. The question is, which Firebird is it on? Well, and it might have been that man right there, Skylar Slifer.
So 58 white, personal foul.
It's going to be on Haston. Did they say 58?
58, yeah. Peyton Castle? I don't think I've called his name much this year.
Personal foul, defense, number 18, face mask. Half the distance to the goal results in a first down.
Personal foul, face mask against the Firebird.
So that's going to take the ball to about the 11.
You get help from one penalty, and then the very next play, you get hurt from it.
That's enough to give Centerville a first down. First and 10 from the 11 of Kettering.
2:06 remaining here.
2:10 going on the clock. 2:10.
Welp.
They're going to put some time back on the clock. Going to go back to 2:10.
Centerville.
Eight offensive linemen out there for the Elks.
Play clock is down to 15. Fairmont or Centerville doesn't have to hike this until 1:30 on the clock. That receiver's going in motion.
That's Kogel. The little jump cut there by Camara gets him out to the 8.
And Fairmont not oh, there they finally called the timeout. I was about to say Fairmont not calling the timeout.
Timeout Firebirds.
We saw before that play that Camara ran off the field and Parker Johnson ran on the field. So I guess it's a, well, I'll be interested to see which one comes back out this time.
24, 1 minute out left.
Here's a look at the Fairmont marching band. We were told one time last season that that is the biggest political party at Fairmont, and at the size of that band, I would say so.
That's why band kids always went homecoming king and queen for the most part. .124 left here in the fourth quarter.
And a reminder, the Elks are back in the Ram Restoration Red Zone. If you're in need of fire or water damage restoration, give Ram Restoration a call.
Wells going to keep it. Wells bursts through.
Down to the 1, maybe the 1.5. Looks like they're actually going to call him down at the 2.
Fairmont going to call a timeout with 1:09 left.
Timeout, Fairmont.
That's their last one.
1:09 left in the game. Centerville Elks 14, Fairmont Firebirds 6.
Will be third and about 1.
Tonight's game is being broadcast live and also recorded by the Miami Valley Communications Council. If you'd like to watch the rebroadcast, go to MVCC.net to check out their schedule. Once again, that's MVCC.net.
1:08 left here.
So, Jared, want to talk about playoff points? Can I have your printout this week? There it goes.
Let me make sure I have the right one. I had Springboro. Yes, here we go. So Fairmont comes in as the 12 seed with 11.2 points towards the playoffs. Centerville comes in as the 3 seed with 19.5. You get, I think it's 6 points for a Division I win. So Centerville will at least move into the upper or lower 20s and probably be right around tied with Lewis Center, Olentangy, and Olentangy Berlin like they are now, just a few points separating. Fairmont will probably stay around the 12, and that one is up and in. Kamara with a touchdown.
And Olentangy
I was about to, yes.
Okay, they are down 28-7 right now.
To who?
Hilliard Bradley?
Hilliard Bradley, okay. And then you got an Olentangy Berlin score.
What? Give me a second.
There's about 7 different Olentangys up in that area. Extra point is up and good.
They are playing Marysville tonight, and they are up 34-14.
So if everything holds out, Centerville will move to the 2 seed, and Olentangy Berlin will move to the 1. And ultimately, we've talked about how bad Beaver Creek's been since their 2 wins in the first 2 weeks. Fairmont plays the Beavers next week, so that's a pickup of 6 points for them towards the rankings. But we could have been talking about a Fairmont Centerville rematch in the first round of the playoffs that would have been here. If Fairmont would have won or whatever, that could have been made a little bit more interesting.
7.
Wow, and Hillard Bradley's not even on there.
Different. They're in Region 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Top 16 qualify for the playoffs. Fairmont virtually locked in at this point. It says control your own destiny on Joe Itel, but with a win next week against Beaver Creek, that would for sure lock them in. But with Beaver Creek losing tonight to Northmont, that'll probably be for sure locked them in then anyway.
Kick again goes into the end zone for a touchback. Fairmont takes over.
Any other score updates, Andy?
Let me try and jump around. I know a few minutes ago you showed me that Valley View was up 30. Oh, boy, it's now 42-14 over Brookville. Yeah, there you go.
Away at Northmont High School tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the GWAC Championship.
It's not one of our schools, but I'm going to take a look in at Eaton and Waynesville. It is Waynesville's cut it down to an 8-point game, 19-11. That game, if Waynesville wins, we possibly flex our Week 10 matchup because it would be Spartan versus Spartan for the conference championship.
Doty going to lob it back here to Brock. Brock is going to step up, pitches it off to Doty.
Back to Doty. And that was a lot for nothing.
A lot for a loss of 2.
Tackle made by number 3, Reggie Powers. Loss of 3 on the play, 2nd and 13 from the 17-yard line. Girls varsity soccer will be away tomorrow night at Mount
Wayne now trailing 33-8.
Boys varsity soccer will be home Tuesday the 17th against Xenia. Kickoff at 7.
West Carrollton down 42-0 to Butler. The pitch to Gaggle. He's going to find his way to the outside. He's going to get across the 20 out to the 22.
Number 7, Zach Gaggle.
That's going to be a pickup of 5 there, it looks like.
Springfield takes back a lead. A touchdown run for the Panthers puts them back up 27-24, entering the 4th quarter over Miamisburg.
3rd and 8 from the Fairmont 21.
.48 seconds left here. 3rd and 8 for the Firebirds.
Oakwood was finally able to get on the board. They're down 37-13 against Bellbrook.
Ball goes to number 7, Zach
Gaggle with a pitch to the far side.
Tackle made by number 3, Reggie Powers, and number 10, Seth Alejandrino.
4th and 8 here, Fairmont. 25 seconds left. Andy, I guess we got to start to determine who's the player of the game. Brock back to pass. Brock throws it middle of the field, and it is intercepted
by Alejandrino.
Alejandrino still on his feet. Tackled at the 20 or the 19, and Centerville is a kneel away from going on, clinching the GWAC title with the win tonight.
And talk about a way to end senior night for Alejandrino. He's going to get the game-sealing interception with less than 15 seconds remaining in the game. Well, if we're talking about players of the game, Drake Wells was very effective and efficient.
We'll have you go over there and look at stats to be for sure after the game goes over.
And then the other guy I would be thinking about would be Parker Johnson. He had a few different big runs for this team. Is there anything else I'm missing? Oh, Caponia. Yeah.
He had that go at there. What would be the game-winning touchdown?
The first touchdown of the game for
putting him 7-6.
Quincy Caponia, 86. So we got a couple of different options.
I guess you're just going to have to wait for the rebroadcast to see who we interview.
Sounds good to me. Might get a couple of them. We'll see, though.
So that knee is going to do it. Centerville's going to win 21-6, clinch the G-Walk title in a 21-6 win over the Fairmont Firebirds. As of now, our game of the week next week will be the Springboro Panthers. And with the win tonight, Springboro trying to fight themselves into the playoffs next week too. Miamisburg already locked in, so maybe some resting players from Miamisburg. Springboro might get in by default with a win over, but we shall see. But if we decide to change, pay attention to all of our social medias at mvcc.social on Twitter, or follow myself at jberg_16 for any schedule updates, as we will let you know probably by the Monday at the latest if we are changing anything. But that one is going to do it. Elks win 21-6 on senior night. Jared Bergstrom, Andy Horton in the booth. Thank you to the Miami Valley Communications crew and the kids from Kettering and West Carrollton High School, and we will see you next week for week number 10.
That's all, folks.